Hello everyone. A couple months ago, my Chromecast 3rd Gen died on me, so I was in the market for a new streaming device. I heard about this $20 Walmart branded ONN 4K streaming box through a Linus Tech Tips video, I think, and here are my thoughts after 3 months of ownership. As for the good, it is a $20 4K Google TV. It's pretty good value when you consider that Google's own Chromecast is $35 for the 1080p version and $50 for the 4K version. Obviously, they're not exactly the same. For example, I know that Google has support for some home theater stuff, like HDR and surround sound, and this, to my knowledge, doesn't. I can't exactly test it, since my struggle setup right now is an 8-year-old 4K TV with bad LED strips on the floor, so I don't exactly have an awesome setup to test surround sound or HDR. Anyway, here are the main issues I have with this product. First off, it doesn't boot sometimes, and the display output is just whatever this is. It's usually fixed by just a disconnect and a reconnect, but it is annoying that it happens. Second, it's not the fastest thing in the world. Now, if I'm being honest, it's not a major problem, because most of the slowdown only occurs during the menus. It does play 4K 60 video just fine, but if I were to want to adjust some settings, there is a bit of delay between pressing the button and actually accessing the menu. Also, navigating between apps while something is open, there's a bit of lag. Now third, I like using Bluetooth earbuds with this. In 1080p, there are semi-infrequent audio cutouts, but it's not too bad, maybe like once in every half hour. But as I turn up the resolution, the audio cutouts get progressively worse. The worst I've ever experienced was when watching 4K 60, and I was getting audio cutouts every 2 minutes. I had to do a full disconnect and reconnect to my earbuds, and that seemed to temporarily fix the problem. Fourth, no matter how much I tried, I couldn't get this thing to set up with Google Home. Now, realistically, it's just saving me a little bit of time, and the hassle of typing on a D-pad. It's very annoying to type like this. But also, I like having my Google Photos be the default screensaver when this device is not active, but it doesn't connect to my Google Photos because it's not signed into my Home, and I couldn't find any way to sign it into my Google Home. I would have preferred to have my photos, but whatever, it is what it is. For my last issue with this, it's a very niche problem, but there's no way to adjust the display size. If you have an older TV, you probably have overscan enabled by default. Now, some stupid TVs have no way to disable overscan, but that's not a problem for most of my devices, since I can scale back the display size to properly fit my TV. I can do this on video game consoles and even on a Fire Stick, but there's no way to adjust the display size on this thing, which means I'm always looking at a cropped in image. Oh yeah, it does buffer sometimes, but I'm not sure how much of that is this thing's fault and how much is because Xfinity just sucks at providing internet. As an overall package, I think this is pretty good value for money. But if you don't have a 4K TV, you can also just buy the $15 Full HD version instead. Now, I've used both of them, and this one also has the same problems as the 4K version. This one is also a little bit slower, but it's slow down during the menus. It's not going to disrupt your normal content. I actually feel like they're selling their own product short here. Now, they call this thing Full HD, it's all over the box, Full HD, but Full HD usually just means 1080p. This thing goes up to 2K. I think the more proper term would be Quad HD. So here's a fun fact about YouTube. It's very aggressive when it comes to compressing 1080p video. When I was trying this out on my old 1080p TV, I found that turning the resolution up to 1440p would have less compression artifacting and would give me a more crisp image as a result.